How's it going, folks? So I got a bit of a deep dive here for y'all today. I know I haven't done a deep dive in quite a while. There's been a lot of other stuff I've been wanting to check out, but there's a few songs that I've kind of had in my deep dive list for a few months now. So this is one of them, and then hopefully I'll be able to get to the other two in due time. But anywho, the name of this band is Half Past Dark, and the name of this song is Like in a Fairy Tale. And I've never heard of this band before, been really curious about this. I looked them up, and it appears that they released a debut album back in 2018. And since then, I'm not quite sure, but they released this song a few months ago, and apparently it's their first music video. So I was like, this seems really cool. I really want to check this out and see what they're all about. So yeah, like I said, it's a deep dive. Get your oxygen tanks and scuba gear, your flippers and all that stuff on and ready, because we're diving on in. Let's see what we find, shall we? Rangers, go.
Once upon a time, I had a dream. You simply mesmerize my heart. Don't need me lies. Let me see a pure loving heart. Trust me and show me your deepest mind. 'Cause you know I have nothing to sell. Give me what you are. Take the key and help me by your side. Like in a fairy tale, we can fly in the air and feel the atmosphere. Like in a fairy tale, like in a fairy tale, we can fly in the air and feel the atmosphere. Like in a fairy tale. atmosphere, like in a fairy tale, like in a fairy tale. We could fly in the air and feel the atmosphere, like in a fairy tale, like in a fairy tale. We could fly in the air and feel the atmosphere, like in a fairy tale, like in a fairy tale. We could fly in the air and feel the atmosphere, like in a fairy
Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I like their vibe and I like their ensemble. You know, I mean, they got the keyboardist, they got the celloist, or they got the two vocalists. Yeah, I mean, they have quite the, like I said, quite the group of folks here. And it's really neat how they incorporate everything. The keyboardist rocks. I mean, I just love right in the beginning, kind of get that nice piano and all that good stuff. And then later, like at the very end, when everyone was going berserk, I just see his fingers like, I was like, well, I don't know what is happening. And then the cello, you know, she just going like, it was just getting wild, but it was cool. It was really cool. Um, yeah, I mean, the highlight, the star of this song is the chorus. I'll say that right off the bat because the verses, they're not bad. They're not, excuse me, they're not bad. You know, I like them, but I feel like it kind of goes on a little too long and kind of, it just feels like it meanders a little bit. It doesn't really adapt or change all that much. You know, maybe if the verses were shortened a smidge, that would help a little bit because, you know, the beginning of the song, like, first of all, I really like that piano, and then the vocals come in, and she's got a great voice, a really solid voice for, you know, this style. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of like Within Temptation or even like some Evanescence, you know, that sort of vibe where it's symphonic metal, but not like it's not like symphonic power metal, like I guess you would consider more like Nightwish or something like that. It's definitely more in the vein of that symphonic metal slash kind of rock vein. Um, but yeah, so you know, it starts out and then the verses start, and I'm like, all right, you know, the verses they're not bad, you know, but like it's just kind of going and going, and so I was kind of not losing interest, but I was just kind of waiting to see what else was going to happen here because nothing was really popping yet. You know, there was nothing of real note yet that had grabbed me other than like the piano, like right in the very beginning. But it's like, you know, you see like the cello, you see all this other stuff, and you can kind of hear it, but the verses are kind of just going. But then once that chorus hits, and then the guitar, like, you know, has that nice, you know, driven, more sped up kind of riff, and everything starts going, and it almost gets like a hint of like pop in there, almost even like dance. I would go so far as to say like an early 2000s kind of dance electronic type of song, like dance pop, something like that. Like I could hear a remix of this song just done in that style with like, you know, some uh, synth and all that, and just you know, really make it even poppier because that rhythm in the chorus when it gets going, I could really just hear that being remixed for sure into like kind of a early 2000s dance pop kind of style song. So that was cool. But yeah, so as soon as the chorus started, I was like, dude, this is sick. I love this chorus. It's so great that everything really kind of comes together there. The melody is really good. It's nice and memorable. You can hear the cello really well. And then after the chorus, I think it's after the chorus, you kind of get a cello solo, sort of, which is really cool. And then it goes back into the verses, and again, the verses, like at first they're, it's like all right, or whatnot, but again, they don't, like, it doesn't change too much. I feel like maybe even if there was more of like a verse and then a bit of a pre-chorus to kind of build into the chorus, although I don't know, I guess that would be difficult because the point of the chorus is for it to come in and really take off, so building up to that would kind of lessen that impact. But maybe just shortening the verses a little bit, because it just feels like it just kind of is there, and it's not bad, like I said, but it just kind of meanders a little bit, just kind of hangs out there, and it's just, you're kind of waiting to get through that. It just is kind of serving of just filling up that space until you can get to the chorus. Whereas I would have liked maybe a little bit more stuff thrown in with the verse, a little bit more dynamics. Maybe halfway through the verse you get a little bit different kind of thing on the keyboard, or something, something, because otherwise it just starts to feel a little stagnant, like it just kind of stays the same for so long. But then that chorus comes in, and then it's amazing. And then again, I like having that dual vocal kind of style. They both sounded really, really good together. And then you get like the cello solo, and then there at the end, you're off to the races with the chorus again. But like everything's getting nuts. You get like the double kicks on the drums, and then, like I said, the keyboard is just going nuts, and the cello. So that was really, really tight. So yeah, all in all, pretty cool song. I love the chorus. I really, really love the chorus. I like their style. I like their vibe. I like the ensemble, the combination of instruments and vocals and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm quite intrigued by this band. Like I said, I think they've only released one album so far, and this is their first music video. Pretty cool video too. It fit. It's kind of gothic, symphonic metal kind of vibe. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on them, because they definitely have something there. They definitely have a cool sound, and again, I mean, that chorus is just great. What else you want me to say? But yeah, that's really my thoughts on this. Uh, yeah, cool song, done well. I'm gonna keep my eye on them, because I like their style, their vibe, and all that good stuff. But let me know in the comments down below. I'm really curious to hear what y'all have to say, or what y'all think about this song. Let's talk about it, and I'll catch y'all next time. Ranger.